just making sure. And I think Neckbeard's been drinking again.
We're half levels right now. Let's do this.
Awesome. Is it 4th edition half level or what?
4th edition
We're
has...
still level 4, right?
Yeah, yes.
Yes.
Yep. You guys are pretty close to 5, so... Yep, you guys are pretty close to level 5. You're getting there. You guys are catching up to the other games, so... You're getting there. Alright, so... Who wants to, you guys go ahead and introduce your characters real quick, and just with no background story or anything like that. And then I guess whoever's got the recap from last week, you can go last and then do the recap, so.
Hello, I'm Crow. I play Alexander.
Someone go next.
Bell.
I'm Decrypted. I play Belle, who's an Orlesian female elven circle mage.
I'm Vay. I play Vay. I'm the healing mage.
And I'm drinking maple whiskey.
And drinking salt maple whiskey. Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I am Raven. I play Elephane, the Dalish elf rogue. Last session, the party encountered some slime that
Hey, what's up,
traveling along
Greg?
the ceiling that
Lord,
somehow
yes,
we
but
missed while roaming around, which was
I do
tragic.
let
The
viewers
slimes dropped
do
from
it
the
as
ceiling
well,
onto
starting this
Alexander,
Sunday.
causing minor damage, but we dispatched them fairly quickly with salt and fire. As we made our way down the hall to investigate the grated part in the floor, we tried to remove the bars and they wouldn't budge, so I fired an arrow down.
Like
that
a
was on
jackball.
fire to see how deep it was. In response, a very loud trembling happened, and a giant iron golem burst up from the depths. The party quickly made its way to the entrance as the iron giant got nearer to the trap that I kind of, jerry-rigged. I shot an arrow, springing the trap and hitting the golem. Going head-to-head, the Iron Golem was a pretty tough battle, but in the end, we dispatched the beast. As we searched the body, Elephane found a heart-shaped rock that tingled with magical power.
That golem
We
was a
then headed
pussy.
back to the farm for some much-needed rest, but we were told the farm had encountered a few dark spawn while we were gone, but were easily dispatched by the elves that worked there. We also informed that somebody in Ventifer had posting for and they needed help in the town of Rosewall Valley. We went to the blacksmith first before we headed out to see if he knew something about this heart-shaped object that we found. He informed us it was a rare stone found deep in the deep roads. With the information from the posting, we start heading to Rosewall Valley.
And that golem was a total pussy.
It hurt. I felt it.
Yeah,
It tickled once.
yeah, it did. It did. You know, those were pretty bad rolls, though. I do have to admit, and it actually kind of trickled over into my Saturday game as well. I rolled pretty bad, but last night, every time I roll and roll 20, I'm just like totally choking. But when I start breaking out my dice and start rolling on the table here, man, I have no problems at all. So tonight, I got my dice, and I'm gonna be using my dice here.
Copyright.
So, nah, hell no, you guys. I'm not gonna. I'm not into the what do they call that? FTK, full party, well, FPK, whatever it is, full party kill, whatever it is.
TPK, total party
TPK,
kill.
yeah, okay. There you go. I'm not into TPK, so, yeah.
Just so you know, I don't mind if you fudge dice.
Yeah,
I know that's considered a no-no, but I don't care. You're the DM.
yeah, I know. I try not to. So, You know, especially if I'm if I'm streaming and it rolls a 7 and I say, "Whoa, look at that crit there." Everybody's gonna say, "That looks like a 7 to me, Dave." Oh, my vision's a little blurry tonight.
Hey, I've played with DMs who roll in private, so no one
Yeah.
knows.
Yeah, well, that's my DM did that, and he fudged the shit out of rolls. I mean, every encounter we had people going down, and this is, you know, mid-level 20s all the way up to 31, 32 where we left off, and man, that was just you get hit for a lot. So, all right, so that's great. I'm ready to play some Dragon Age. All right, so yeah, thank you, and also thanks for the giveaways tonight for the stream, guys, and also you guys are here in Ventiver. You guys are still in Ventiver when we left off. So I believe that Crow, you were on the way to see the Alchemist Neckbeard. I believe, well, not the Alchemist, but you know, I think you were going to go talk to Neckbeard, and I think everybody in the party was in Ventiver, if I'm not mistaken. And then you guys were fixing to head out to Rustwold Valley.
I thought we decided we're just gonna go to Westfold Valley and not talk to Neckbeard.
Well, you can talk to him. I mean, you're here. I mean, why not?
He's
I
not-
mean, it's up to you.
He might not know what it is.
I magically made him a dwarf in the last game, remember?
Oh yeah.
Colin, you know, actually, Colin told you that the material that the heart was made of was, you know, that tainted life stone out of the Deep Road. So, I mean, which you already had said that. But I mean, you know that much of it. I mean, you don't.
Yeah.
You could find out other properties probably at level if later if it even has any. So, but you know that's the whole thing. You guys are gonna have to find that out and kind of maybe do some, I don't know, something
Creepy
to
magic.
it. Maybe not. I don't know. But all right, so you guys are just going to go ahead. Are you guys going back to the farm, getting any supplies? Are you bringing your cart or what?
What do you guys? If we're gonna bring the cart, so we're probably gonna have to back this farm.
I am
Well,
riding
just
my
as a bit
horse,
of
so it don't matter.
housekeeping, I actually hand over to Elephane half of the bows, half of the arrows that I'm carrying. That's just a bit of housekeeping. Because we did it between streams, you know, between sessions, so that's just a bit of
Curtains are for old
housekeeping. I
ladies.
actually have handed to Elephane half of my arrows. And one thing I would like to do before we actually leave Vintiva is I would like to go and have a quick conversation with Sister Ada. If anyone wishes to accompany me, they may. If not, I will just very quickly go and have a word with her, and then arrange to meet up with you guys wherever you wish. If you don't
I'm
wish to
kind of
accompany me.
bored, so I'll go with you.
I'll go too. Elephane's going to the church. Let's do this.
Alexander's gonna go to the church too.
And Belle suddenly feels a deep sense of trepidation at this trip.
You get up to the temple, and actually, there's really no one inside except for Arda herself, and she's actually using a broom. She's sweeping, and she seems like she's tidying up the small church, the small temple.
I approach her and wait for her to acknowledge me.
Yes, she does. She lays the broom down onto one of the pews, and comes up to you and
David,
greets
quick
you.
question: did you
Mhm.
let us know everything that was in the handout? As in, like, do we know all of that information? Like, would we know about the individuals that are mentioned in it?
Yeah, most of it, but we're gonna do that now, so.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's like, would we actually know the names of the people, etc., etc.? That's what I'm meaning.
Well, we're gonna do that now, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
With the whole Sister Arda thing, so.
So I say, Maker's blessing, sister.
Ah, yes, Maker's blessings. I'm sorry.
We
I did-
have no, We have noted on the actual Chantry board that there was a notice posted regarding some
Yes!
problems that were being encountered in Roswell Valley.
Too good.
I
Yes.
wondered if you could maybe give me any more information about that
Yes!
particular notice.
Yes. Actually, what she, she lays the broom down. She has that hideous what is that, Julia Childs or something like that? I remember her when I was a kid. I need to come up with a more distinct voice for her and kind of do that every time, but
Yeah,
I don't know.
That was not a Julia Child voice.
No. Ooh, hello. Isn't that it or something like that?
That was
I
more
don't
of the
know.
Wicked
That's
Witch.
close.
The Wicked
It was
Witch.
more of the the grandmother from Mrs. Doubtfire. Yeah,
Ooh, hello, beautiful child.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, she says, Maker's blessings and all that, Dragon Age rabble. But yeah, I've had a few too, so sorry guys.
I could not have guessed.
Yeah, I've been doing the game, and I actually had a little bit of a mixture inside my Mountain Dew. So about 4 cups worth now in the last about hour and a half. So
That's a new product. The
Yeah.
Mountain Dew Plus.
yeah, it's Mountain Dew and vodka. So yeah, it's pretty good. As Sister Heart takes another swig. But yeah, sorry about that. Wow, it's the. Anyways, she tells you that there's been basically a change of bands in the Roswell Valley, and really there's only one main establishment in Laugers, and well, it's Lagerswald or Lagerswald, whatever you want to call it, and it's basically smack dab right in the middle of Roswell Valley. And within the last year, a band of murderous outlaws under the leadership of one Waldrick the Gore-Handed beset first the loggers operating in the forest near Lagerswald, and then the villagers themselves as they traveled the region. Many were killed, the local industry was disrupted, and the region was thrown into turmoil. She also informs you that Bann Kroll, which is actually, you've heard about the Roswell Valley, and you've known about Kroll, but then she goes into telling you that even though the Bann Kroll had made some progress in these outlaw attacks from Gore-Handed, he just didn't do enough. So an up-and-coming one of the locals called Trum Hall, he actually had put together a small crew of vigilantes, I guess you could say, and they basically bested Waldrick the Gore-Handed several times, and the people in the area of the Roswell Valley, of course, you know that she goes on to tell you that, of course you guys would know this, that the people in the area have the right to vote a ban out and get a new ban in, and that's basically what has happened. Bann Kroll has been ousted. He's still in the area. He's south of Lagerswald, and to the north is the new Bann compound, which is really, this is another thing she starts to explain as well, that you know about her father Monty, and Monty is probably going to be going to probably a new small temple. Well, Stenhold is now starting to see construction happen, and she tells you this. And now, as Stenhold is being built up, they're bringing in several other, persons of leadership for the new temple that's going to happen there. You've already known that. Now, her father, he kind of wanted to get out of Stenhold as well. So what Arda is telling you is she thinks that her father is going to be going to basically the new temple that's going to be built in Lagersvold or the compound of the new Bann Lord, which is Trumall. So she doesn't know yet. Her father doesn't know yet, but construction has just really started taking place because this change and everything has, even though it's been going on for several months, Kroll basically has been keeping to himself, and he's been basically, it seems she's telling you that Kroll is just kind of laying back, waiting for Trumball to fail. Well, he hasn't. He's actually, done quite well. Although in the region there is it's a logging area, so there's a lot of loggers that are now really not working because of the bandits. So he's trying to push back further into the woods and into the valley so he can get these logger camps going again. And there's been, one primary logger camp that has actually consumed several different logger camps in the past several months because of financial reasons and everything to actually basically absorb them. And so she basically tells you all of this information that it's basically just it's an up and coming place now, and it's probably going to be, especially with the fifth blight that is coming. They're going to need more stronghold positions, and she thinks that this is going to be a place where it's going to have a military type of presence because of it is on the river. I think it's on the Draken River. So, or is it on the Draken River? Let me open up my map. I think it is. Yeah, it is on the Draken River. So I just wanted to make sure I had the right river before some major Dragon Age lore Nazi in the channel says that's not the Draken River. So
no, it's the Hadouken River.
Exactly, it's the Dookie River. So yeah, basically, it's going to have some strategic and military importance later on. So that's why they're really starting to build it up. And actually, the Chantry is actually starting to support the new Bann as well. And Kroll really has not said anything. So he's just kind of sitting back in his small fortress, and which he had run that area for 20 to 30 years anyway. And ever since the change of Bann, it seems like, she informs you, it just seems that he's just kind of doesn't give a shit anymore about the region and has just kind of become a hermit in a way, so to speak. So, but that's basically the gist on the valley. And she just wanted to give you some information before you just went up there not knowing anything was going on. So, well, that was going on because you had really known that it was Kroll still in charge, but that's no more.
I thank her for the information, and I asked if she would happen to have maybe a map of the area to hand, or could she maybe quickly jot down a map of the area and the major points of interest, the main sort of village town there maybe, and the camp that she was talking about that the new Bann has set up, and maybe
yes, darling.
In essence, the map that we actually got,
Yes, my darling. You're such a cute little Dalish.
I kind of look at her when she says Dalish.
And this entire time, I'm going through the Chantry's bookshelf, trying to find something to read.
She's pinching your cheek, but yet she's winking at Elephane, so...
That makes slightly more sense. I thank her for her assistance, and just ask if she...
Crypt is hating us. He doesn't want me drinking.
Does she have any, any knowledge of him? Has she encountered him? Does she know anything of him that we don't know?
Well, he's been living in the region for some time, but he was a logger at one time. But he's basically just come out of nowhere, risen out of basically nowhere, and he's basically got the favor of the people on his side. I mean, obviously, he's the new Bann, the new lord of the area.
Gosh, yes.
So yeah, he's got things going on. Right now he does anyway. So
He's macking.
he's definitely macking. He's macking pretty bad. Well, bad meaning good. So. And
do I need to do some kind of like cultural lore check to know what I know of the previous Bann Croak? You said that we would be aware of him. Do I need to do some kind of cultural lore check to discern what I know of him?
Yeah, you can give me sure, absolutely. You can give me a cultural lore check.
Well, I'm assuming it would be cultural, would it?
Yeah, I believe it would.
16.
That's good. Well, it's just more information that I've already told you. Basically, he's been running that area for almost 30 years, and
Well, let me ask a very specific question then.
Mhm.
Like, what's his personality like? What kind of person is he?
oh, he's definitely a pretty stern person. He's actually. There was a bandit problem probably about a decade to a decade and a half ago. So he's actually, he did a lot of fighting in that as well. And so he's actually kind of battle scarred from that. He's kind of deformed, not deformed, but his face is all scarred up. He was a captive at one point. Then his men got him back. But he's just a really stern fellow. And I guess the people just wanted a change, and that's what she's basically telling you. He didn't run. His band was not really run poorly. It was just he's just Trumball just was in the right place at the right time.
Yeah,
is
right
basically
place
what
at the
she's
right
saying.
time, very conveniently, and happened to seem to score his first few victories against the bandit.
Yeah.
Does she have any knowledge, or could she impart any knowledge regarding the bandit, or like anything to do with the bandit at all, or would we be best asking the Bann about that?
Yeah, about Waldrick the Gore-Handed, there's not too
Yes.
much information that she knows, because this has only been going on for several months, and actually, he's been pushed back into the Brazilian forest. So, and that's why Trumball is wanting to actually go into the forest to get him. But, there's really not much more information
No, that's
on
fine.
actually
I
Waldrick.
thank her very much for the assistance and all the information she's given us.
Ooh, make
Pick
us
up
blessings!
The map that she gave us,
Mhm.
Which I assume is basically the map that's at the top of this handout.
That's
So
exactly
I
what you guys have, yep.
I picked the map up and I thank her for all of her assistance, and I look to the rest of the group and ask if there's anything that they would like to ask or they would like to know before we head out.
Yeah. Can we leave now?
Right at
Yeah.
the start of the fifth blight there, Kadojo, to answer your
You can
question.
Alexander will first one up the door.
Ooh, make us blessings, my child! I gotta work
So
on that.
creepy.
I gotta work on Julia Child's voice a little bit. Ooh, hello! Now, see, if I can roleplay a woman, you guys better start roleplaying your female characters.
Oh, I can't do it.
Well, you don't have
Can't do
to.
it.
You're about as female as they get there, Vay.
But not quite as curvaceous as Belle or quite the statistics that Elephane has, though.
No, I'm not very curvaceous.
No, and you don't have the statistics that Elephane has.
I'm a 2x4.
So we thank her and we.
Has the 2x4 ever been nailed? Sorry.
I was like biting back, making that comment. I was like, no.
Oh, I'm
don't say it.
sorry. Wow. Bum bum
Putting
bum.
the spruce to the wood. Gotcha.
Okay, so would anybody else like to do anything else before we head off?
I do need
like,
to know,
before we
how
leave.
long is the trip to this area that we're going to?
It's almost 4 days long, basically.
Alright,
Almost 4
I have
days.
rations.
Yeah. Yeah, are you guys set with rations and everything, or?
I do have to get a new water skin though, because I put salt water in mine.
I hand Elephant a water skin because
We
I
need to
have.
go get horse
some.
speed.
you
And
hand
I
me-
turn to Vay and I
could you
say
hand
to
me
Vay, would
more
you like a
oil?
water skin too? Because I know that you were
No.
struggling.
No. No, I have water skin. I need the pint of oil.
Yeah, that's a good thing to get. I guess I'm gonna get one too.
Make sure
I
you guys
wasted
get into
mine
the
on
raffle
some
tonight.
bugs.
Well, you wasted yours on the wall. I put it on the boat.
I used one on my sword and made pretty lights.
So David, so we buy some oil and provisions and water skins and stuff.
Sounds like
I
a winner.
believe. How are we going to travel there? Are we going to go by horse? We're going to go by cart? Are we?
I am going
Oh,
by
okay.
horse.
Would
So,
it be fast?
Y'all can do a cart if you want.
I'm going to take the cart. You guys can possibly take your riding horses as well.
I'm going to take my horse.
Worse.
Would it be any faster if I took my riding horse as well, David, or if I took the cart?
Well, it's always gonna be faster, just horses.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, just it'll be difficult transporting stuff back if we need to.
Yeah, it's still going to be about 4 days. The main part of the journey is going to be getting through the Southern Hills. That's what's gonna that's pretty much gonna be the most treacherous part. That's gonna take almost 2 days to get through the hills. And then once you get to the hills and you get to the West Road, then it's pretty much just clear sailing, basically northeast all the way up to the valley. So let me put you guys on the map real quick. So sorry about that. All right. Now you guys are obviously here for the barrel. It's going to take you two days basically to get to the West Road, and then you'll basically travel parallel with the river, and you'll basically just kind of follow the West Road up, and then you'll hit the Rustwold Valley from the east. It's a lot easier because coming from the west, there is the bandit problem, and also there's really no clean way into the valley because the actual valley opens from the west going east. So. So are you gonna go get the? Are you going back to Farmville to get the cart?
I'm trying
Crow?
to determine if I just want to buy a mule and just take the horse, because I don't even think I rode my horse over. I'm gonna go back and get the cart. I'm not leaving without my cart.
And I'm going to take my riding horse.
Bring
and I
out
believe
your
Elephant
daddy.
as well.
Alright. So, Vay, are you taking your horse or are you going to ride on the cart? Are you riding shotgun?
I am taking my horse.
Alright. So, you guys are actually
I'm gonna take
taking
14
5
days worth of
horses. You guys are really taking 5 horses, so. Which would be fine.
Yeah.
Well, you're taking the cart, which has got the mule, correct?
I thought it was a draft horse.
Draft horse,
Mule, same
mule. Yeah, I'm not proficient in horsemanship. My skill is a
We're
0.
taking our riding horses and then we're taking the cart with a horse leading it, I believe.
thing. Yeah.
Alright, that sounds good. So, yeah, you guys are 4 days out. Alright, so you guys go back to the farm. I'll pull the farm back up real quick for you guys. Oh, where is the farm?
Yeah, it's just a quick flyby, we're just picking up horses.
I'm also taking 14 days worth of horse feed with us. For my horse and whatnot.
Where is the farm? Okay, man. I just got super freaking nervous. I was like, where did the farm map go?
He's blew up the farm because of the
I
combat map.
about shit. I about shit. I was like, where did the frickin' map go?
I would
Well,
have
once I
tried.
looked at it and went way too many assets to wait.
You know, you guys did such a hell of a job on this map. I mean, this is like the best